Hello, my friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about the power of your words and understanding them from a creative perspective in how God created us to be. You look in the very beginning, God is creating and forming and making our current reality that we experience. And it says over and over again that God said, and then there was. Because from the very beginning, God was showing us the power of words. Words being vibrations that go forth. They literally create time and reality and the physical experience that we see in our lives and spiritual experiences. And we, obviously to a lesser extent though, but we have the same power. God's given us that same power in our very words. And many people use it against themselves. They use it against other people. I have discussions with professing Christians and they'll want to hear these truths. And I want to bless people. I want to help them. I want them to see this revelation. But then they'll start babbling about this politician or this leader and, they're making this so bad and they don't understand what they're doing. The scripture doesn't tell you to complain and whine about leaders. The scripture doesn't tell you to get into political babblings. The scripture says you're to pray for kings. You're to pray for those in leadership. That you might live a quiet and peaceable life. And many people are doing the exact opposite. They're ranting and raving. They're babbling out angry, hateful comments about people who may not be good people. Understand, I'm not making the point that, oh, these leaders are so great, you should just treat them very nicely and kindly and speak kind words about them because they're so wonderful. I'm not saying that at all. They might be terrible people. It's very likely that most of them are not great people. It's understandable because to even get in that position, you have to make so many compromises to who you are as a person that you probably aren't a good, righteous person. That's understood. I'm not saying that that's untrue. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what they are, who they are as a person. You are to pray for them. You are to speak life to them. You are to speak blessing. There are literally people who want the country, in this example, the United States, to fail so their favorite politician can get into office. Do you see how deadly that is? No, my friends, speak life. Speak blessing. I'm not telling you to bless something some politician wants to do that is evil or it's going to be harmful. But speak life, speak blessing, pray for them, pray they make wise decisions that actually help, that actually bless people. Don't let another day in your life go by where you're just babbling out these angry things and these things that you feel like you have no control. Or sometimes it's people who want to believe that all these politicians, they're the problem. So they don't have to take responsibility for their own lives. But I'm telling you, the words that you speak and the fact that you decry those politicians so often and so angry about them is why you're getting the reality you're getting. Now, this doesn't just apply to politicians. That's just one thing that I see very commonly today, where people blur their supposed Christian faith with political activism. The two can't be combined. You either walk in the light as he is in the light, or you don't. You're not in the light when you're just babbling out the politics of the world, the dramas of the day. My friends, speak life. Your words have great power. Do you want to create and continue to create more negative things in your life, more bad things in your life, and more bad things for other people to experience? I would imagine you don't. But the way most people are going about life is causing that directly. Do you know that maybe those politicians, maybe those people who, let's take it to a workplace. If you work somewhere and you have a boss and they're always causing you problems, you feel. Well, are you going around the water cooler, so to speak, speaking negatively about that boss? Talking about how bad they are to other coworkers? My friend, you're reaping what you're sowing. Now, yes, maybe you didn't start out speaking negatively about the boss. Maybe that they did something and then you reacted. But you shouldn't be in reaction mode. You should be responding by the faith of God, boldly decreeing the good things you want in life. So that would mean blessing that boss, speaking life over them, speaking goodness, speaking wisdom. Listen, somebody who is going around causing problems in a workplace, as a boss or even as an employee, they're not happy with themselves. So maybe if you took it upon yourself to bless them, speak life to them, speak happiness and joy and peace, you will see they change dramatically. Now you have to understand, this applies to you. Other people are still creating their own realities by what they're saying, by what they're thinking, what they're meditating about. But for you and your interactions with that boss who's supposedly problematic with everybody, you can have good interactions with them because you're blessing them, because you're speaking life. You're not going around when somebody brings them up and starts talking negatively, you don't join in, you leave. Or you speak up good things, good points about them. In most cases, the best thing to do in any kind of situation where people are being talked about behind their backs is just to leave. But if you can't, there's some reason or some situation, then just speak life. Be that person that speaks life. Whether it be a politician you don't like, whether it be a boss, whether it be someone in your world who is causing you an issue, speak life. And do this in all areas of your life. You have creative power in your words. The scripture says the power of death and life are in the tongue. This is a revelation you must understand. Some people know this, they talk about it, but they don't practice it. And there's an old saying that to know and not to do is not to know. So you can mentally assent to something and claim you understand it, claim you know it, but if your words are not aligning with that truth, you don't know it. It has to come from within. So my friend, I want you to start speaking life. Remember, when Jesus said in Mark chapter 11, verse 23, he said, when you say unto that mountain, be thou removed, be thou cast in the sea, and shall not doubt in your heart, but you believe those things you say shall come to pass, you'll have whatsoever you say. So start speaking life to those things in your life. Now, if there's a mountain, the proverbial mountain, tell it to be removed. Say, be thou removed, and cast it out. Speak those words forth. I'm not telling you to do this around other people or anything like that. But be bold in this. And if it's other people, speak life. Speak to them, speak life. Now, I'm not talking about directly to them. You could do that as well. Speak kind words. You should do that. But make sure to take this up. Start speaking life over your life. Over the issues of life that you're seeing that maybe aren't exactly what you wanted, but they are what you've been creating. Start speaking life over them. Problems, things that need to be moved, tell it be thou removed. And be thou cast into the sea. Cast it out. And you'll have whatsoever you say, my friend. This is a promise of the Lord. The issue is that many people are having whatsoever they say, but it's things they don't want because they keep talking up the things they don't want. My friend, talk up goodness. Talk up God's blessing. Talk up God's abundance. Talk up good things in other people's lives. Speak life, my friend. Speak blessing and watch as your life becomes glorious. I pray that this was a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.